Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Sarah and I am an American expat living in Kraków, Poland. So here on my channel, I put out new videos every single Wednesday. So if you want to stick around to learn more about expat life, what things are like in Poland or overseas, what my experiences are living here, I would love to have you stick around. But my channel, again, it's all about travel and living in Poland. And that's kind of what today's video is all about, is how you can move overseas by yourself, because I did it. And I want to share my experiences and kind of give you some tips and tricks on how you can move overseas all on your own. So again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new videos every single Wednesday. And let's go ahead and get started with how you can move overseas. So if you've been watching my videos for a little bit, you can actually see my background is a little different. Number one, it is the holiday season, so I have my Christmas tree up over here, and I think it's so pretty. And number two, it's a different background because I've had a few people say that my kitchen is not the best and it's kind of ugly, so change of scenery for you guys. But today, again, we're going to be talking about how to move overseas. So just a little bit of background about me in case you guys didn't know. I married, me and my husband decided to start a new life in Europe, not because we hated our life in America, but it's just because we have actually wanted to live overseas for years and years. My husband was born overseas. He grew up here for a while, and I love traveling to Europe, and so we've always tried just to make it a priority to move to Europe. And so we had the opportunity in 2017 to move to Austria. And so we sold everything we owned except for 4 suitcases and our cat. And we loaded those up on the airplane and bought a one-way ticket and just hopped over to Austria. And so we actually stayed in Austria from like fall 2017 up until summer 2018. And then we had decided to kind of switch things up, and we actually decided to come to Poland. So why did we choose Poland, you may ask? Have you been here? Do you know people? Are you Polish? The answer is no to all of those things. Neither of us are Polish. We had never been here before. We had just heard really good things about Poland. We had always wanted to travel here. It was always on our list of places to visit. And we did a lot of research before coming and choosing Poland because we wanted to make sure it was a place that we liked. And based on everything we read, every review that we saw online, well, everyone said Poland's great. And so we said, why not do it? We're here for an adventure. If we don't like it, we can only be here for 3 months, right? Because of the Schengen time. And so we said, let's go, let's try it out. And 2.5 years later, here we are. So obviously we love it here. I think it's great. And, again, neither of us are Polish, but we are trying to learn Polish as much as we can. We are both very busy with work and, full-time jobs, but, we are trying our best. But I think the coolest thing to really note is that we moved to Europe completely on our own. So when we moved to Austria, we didn't have a company, we didn't have, any relatives or anyone bringing us over to Europe. We did this all ourselves. And so that's kind of why I thought it'd be fun to do this video and just kind of tell you how I moved overseas and how it works and how you can do it too. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And, it's definitely complicated, but at the same time, it's also not as complicated as some people make it sound. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm not gonna lie, when we moved overseas to Europe, I thought it was all going to be rainbows and butterflies. I did not think it was going to be difficult. I thought it was just going to be really easy. Anyone I knew who had moved overseas before really had no issues. And I think it's really because they came over with a company or some sort of backing. And when you do that, say you get a job overseas with a company, they do all your visa work, they do all your paperwork, all your documentations. All you have to do is wait out your time in America or wherever, really. And then they tell you all the documentation stuff, they give you all the papers when you arrive, and then you're done. Clean your hands, it's all over. Not that way for us. We had to do all the paperwork. We had to, hire a lawyer, hire an accountant. We had to do all of our research to make sure that we could stay legally. And man, it was just such a long process. And the thing is just because we've already done it, it doesn't mean that process stops. Like, you always have to do it, because even though like we work from home, we are self-employed. And because of that, we have stuff in America, we have stuff in Poland. So it's just like a huge thing. We have to get an accountant, we have to get a lawyer, we have to do all of these things to make sure it's fine. And that's something that I didn't expect to have to do when moving here. I just didn't think it would be so difficult. But, no one really that I knew had moved overseas on their own. So it was just a big learning curve for us. And I think we've kind of figured it out, but it definitely took a little bit to get to that point. So now that you kind of know a little bit of backstory about us and where we're from, here's how you can do it too. Whether you're looking to move overseas or you're just curious, these are kind of the tips and tricks that I would have when you are looking to, move out of your own country. When you're moving to Europe, especially, I'm talking really like Americans to Europe. I can't really talk about, Canadians or Mexicans or, people of different origins because, again, I don't know the rules of that specific country. But I'm like, as an American trying to move overseas to Europe, you need to make sure that you know exactly where you're going to go and you have that time planned out for that 3 month Schengen time. So as an American, you do get the 3 months Schengen, like 3 months of visa free within the Schengen zone. And if you stay longer than the 3 months, that's really bad for you. So make sure that when you do choose a country that you want to go to, make sure that you are set there and you are committed. Either that, or you can just go for, a month or two and really kind of feel out different places to see where you eventually want to settle down. But just kind of keep that in mind as you go through. You do get those 3 months visa free in Europe. So or in Schengen zone. So just be very cognizant of how you're spending your time before you settle down. And so now that you kind of have the Schengen zone in mind, make sure that you do your research on the places that you want to live. Like I said, we had never been to Poland before, but we had been to a lot of other places. And after hearing people's stories and kind of doing our own research about Poland, we decided that Kraków was the best place for us. It was close to the mountains. We love to go skiing and we like, going to the mountains and going to lakes and stuff. So that was a big thing for us. We also loved that Kraków had a huge, beautiful old town from like the medieval time period. And we also really liked the fact that it had an airport, it has great public transportation, and it's really close to a lot of other countries. So once you've done your research to figure out where you want to live and why you want to live there, and you have your Schengen time all figured out, now it comes down to the finances, which that's not the funnest part, right? But it's something you got to do. So when you are moving overseas, make sure you have financial means to do so. It can be expensive, with plane tickets, and if you have to hire a lawyer or get an accountant or, just like random fees that pop up, it can definitely be expensive. And especially if you have, say, a mortgage in America or a car payment in America, and you don't plan on selling your house or taking your car overseas, you also have to kind of account for that as well. If you are working in America, but you're just kind of playing around in Europe for a year or two, make sure you are accounting for the taxes that you probably have to pay in America. It's just a whole thing. So make sure that you have your finances in order when you are wanting to move to Europe, because it can be expensive and it can really catch you off guard if you are not prepared. Another thing is to make sure that you have all of your documentations, all of your paperwork, all of like contact information, everything set in stone before you move, especially when you are coming into immigration and you are dealing with immigration. They need to know you have a reason to stay here, especially if you are on your own. So that's why I said coming with a company is usually easier, because they do all of this work for you. But with immigration, they have to be very picky about who they let in if you're coming on your own. So you have to show that you have financial means to be here. You have to show that you are contributing to society, that you're doing X, Y, and Z, and it's, it can definitely be a lot. So make sure that you are prepared for that, and you just keep that in mind. Again, every country has a little bit of a different system, but I'm just talking about Poland. They are very, like, if you're coming in on your own, like how we are, we've had to go through a lot of things to really show that we can be here and that we deserve to be here. So just keep that in mind. Just make sure you look into a lot of different things in the country that you choose to be in. And the last thing, really, and I've mentioned it a few different times before, it's optional. You certainly don't have to do it. But if you really want to make sure that everything is kosher, I would definitely recommend getting a lawyer and or an accountant. The accountant is going to help you with your taxes, just depending on your own situation. And a lawyer is going to help you with all of the immigration stuff. So if you have any paperwork, if you have questions, if you want to make sure that you are legal, it's really important to get a good lawyer. So again, it's not necessary, but I think it's something, if you are moving to Europe or even overseas, I think it's something that you should definitely consider, because I do think that they are going to save you a lot of hassle. Of course, you can't do all the paperwork yourself, but after going through everything that we've had to do for immigration here in Poland, thank the good Lord I didn't have to do any of the paperwork and my lawyer did it all. So just something to think about. It's definitely up to you on what you feel comfortable doing. But, we just kind of took it the safe route and we wanted to make sure everything was correct, just so, we are legal and we're fine and all of that kind of stuff. So while moving overseas is exciting and there's a lot to look forward to, it's definitely a daunting thing. Like, it's not easy whatsoever, but I promise you, once you make the jump and you actually move overseas, it'll totally change your life. I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm living out a dream every single day. I cannot believe that this is my life. We don't really want to go back. We really do love living in Europe, and I think it's so great. Even though right now, I am filming this around the COVID era, so we can't really travel right now. But once things are, opening back up, we definitely are planning on getting our fair share of travel in because we have missed doing that this year. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit about how to move overseas or move to Europe on your own. Again, this is not with a company. So if you want the easy route, try to get a company who will sponsor you to come over here. But if you just want to try to do it on your own, you definitely can. It's just more steps to think about. So I hope this was informative and helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button for notifications on new videos every single Wednesday. And with that, I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.